Hey guys, it's the Slow Cloth here, and today inside of this Monster Legends video, we're going to be going over the monsters in the OP category on the Monster Legends competitive wiki, in order to find who the best monster in the game is. So yeah, let's just go and get started. The first one is Maggie, but I don't think I'm going to go over Maggie actually, just because you can never get her again after the Walking Dead event. And I am kind of salty that they did that and they all cost real money instead of actually being able to get them in the game. So yeah, I'm just gonna skip Maggie because the Walking Dead event sucked. So let's move on over to Lumuna Iwa. She is going to be a support, and she's got quite a few traits down here. She's going to have anticipation, which is pretty good, possession immunity, freeze immunity, control immunity, and status caster team random positive effect. So the team random positive effect can be good, but of course it is random. Control immunity is very good, and anticipation is alright. Overall, pretty good traits. And her relics are staff and essence, which are some of the best relics in the game. I mean, essence is probably the best relic in the game. It's definitely my favorite. So yeah, pretty great relic. So let's go on down to the pros and cons. So it has an amazing trait. It's got access to PER, AoE PER, NER, and Team NER, which is incredible. Those are all the best things a support can have. It has access to Cold Blood. It also has good stats, great relics, and random positive and negatives are RNG based, meaning it's possible to land something really good. But of course, you can also get something really bad, so I don't know if that's really a positive. And then the cons are high stamina cost and cooldowns on best moves, and of course you can get something bad with the randoms, and then it also has low life. So yeah, the cons aren't really a huge deal except for the random positive and negatives. Low life doesn't really matter, and high stamina can be countered really easily. You just gotta put on like a relic that can give stamina or something like that. And then her moves are down here. She's going to have a self cold blood, single possession, AoE magic damage, and self remove cold blood. If you don't know what cold blood does, it basically just makes it so that you ignore taunt or mega taunt, which is of course very good. So what it means with this move is you can use possession on any of the monsters and do the AoE damage to any of the monsters with this one move. But after the move ends, it does remove Cold Blood, so you won't be able to use it next turn. But it also has a positive effect removal skill with AoE blind and random negative effects, so you can remove the Megaton anyway, as long as it's not a trait. And it also has a team negative effect removal, which is very good, and a random positive effect. And then it also has a team random positive effect and a random elemental protection with an AoE positive effect removal. So overall, really great monster. It has some pretty amazing moves with a self cold blood, so it can ignore Megaton. And it's got PER, NER, and both AoE as well. So now let's move on to K911, which is also going to be a support actually. It has hardened blind immunity, burn and ignite immunity, AoE drown, and self pyrophobic shield. So if you can get him to rank 5, he is very good. That is a very good trait, but his other traits up to rank 3 just aren't that good. Definitely not as good as Lumuna Iwa's. And his relics are going to be Mask and Amulet, which also are not as good as Lumuna Iwa's. And now let's go on down to his pros. So he's got good elements. He's also got Team NER, damage boost, heal, double damage, and life regen. He's got access to many curses skills. He actually is vulnerable, which is very good. And he has very low cooldowns and stamina cost. He's got one of the fastest galactic monster stats in the game, 8,822. And he has great stats overall, and he's got amazing relics. His only con is, of course, his trait, which we did already go over. In his moves, he's got a positive effect removal, trait disable, and AoE drown, which is really great. He's got a trait disable with vulnerable, which is also really great. He's got a team NER double damage with 20% heal. And he also has an AoE fire damage with 0 cooldown, which is pretty good. Or he has a double damage life regen with an ally NER. So yeah, this is a really great monster as well. I think that both of these monsters can be used in different ways. This monster, K911, is definitely much better for bounty hunts. But Lumuna Iwa is really good for PvP, I think, just because she has the team NER and the team PER. K911 doesn't really have those, so it would be difficult for him to help your team out that much. He does have a team NER, but I don't think he has a team PER. So yeah, I do think that Lumuna Iwa is slightly better for PvP, but they're both very, very amazing. But K911 would probably be better for bounty hunts just because he has the double damage, as well as the heal and the vulnerable, which are all just really great for bounty hunts. So yeah, this is probably the best support for bounty hunts in the game. So yeah, that is going to be it for this video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about K911 and Lumuna Iwa, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.